Hello and welcome students. In this module, we will learn about water pollution. So first we need to learn about the water cycle, or we also call it the hydrological cycle. So here students, we are well acquainted with the terms, and the three terms are evaporation. This means water evaporates from all the water bodies. It forms water vapor and rises up, and there it forms clouds. We call it condensation, and finally it start falling back on the earth's surface in the form of water droplets or snowflakes, that is snowfall. When it is in the form of water droplets, it is known as rainfall, and when it is in the form of flakes of snow, we call it snowfall. So these are the two different pictures showing you the water cycle or the hydrological cycle. The collection, evaporation, condensation and precipitation. So this is hydrological cycle. If pollutants or impurities enter this cycle, then it pollutes the water, and this is known as water pollution. Now students, first we will see what are the characteristics of polluted water. Here the wastewater means polluted water. So what are the characteristics? Physical characteristics. There will be turbidity, the color, the odor, total solid and the temperature. These things will change. So we can say basically water is colorless, but if impurities are present in water, it may look of a different color. There can be a different color and even odor. Water is colorless, odorless and tasteless, but there can be a certain odor which can be because of the presence of impurities. Substances like hydrogen sulfide, chlorine, ammonia and biological agents like algae, fungi, etc. can cause odor in water. So these things changes the physical characteristics of water. The physical characteristic is that the water is colorless, odorless and if it tastes, it is tasteless. But if impurities are there like fungi, algae or harmful substances like hydrogen sulfide, chlorine, ammonia, etc. in excess, then this water is not pure. It is polluted water. The growth of aquatic plants and animals get affected due to the impurities present in the water. And sunlight cannot penetrate into the water to greater depth. And therefore, the marine animals and plants which grow under water, they will not be able to get sunlight, they won't be able to get oxygen, and they will not be able to survive. This will create problem for them. And several the fishes and other animals and plants which are aquatic underwater plants and animals, they may even die due to the lack of oxygen and sunlight. So the physical characteristics of water changes due to the addition of impurities into the water cycle. Polluted water attains turbidity due to sewage and industrial effluents. So here water has turbidity when it is being like addition of industrial waste and sewage is there into that water. There is turbidity. And presence of soap and detergent can also pollute water. So if excessive soap and detergents are being added to the water bodies, then it also pollutes the water. Now students, if we come to the chemical characteristics which changes due to the impurities, then there is COD, which is the oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand. So there is lack of oxygen for the aquatic plants and animal if impurities are added to the water. So chemical substances like sulfur, chlorine, hydrogen sulfide, phenol, etc., they can cause physiological pollution in water. And the presence of organic and inorganic chemicals they can also change the alkalinity, acidity and dissolved amount of oxygen in the water. So if the acidity, alkalinity and the dissolved oxygen percentage changes, then also the water gets polluted. Several gases and toxic effluents from the industries can cause severe degradation to the quality of water. So students, the pollutants can cause severe damage to the quality or degradation to the quality of the water, and then the water will not remain fit for drinking or any other use. Now the biological characteristics attained is biochemical oxygen demand will be there in the water. Oxygen will be required for nitrification and microbial population. So the microbes, the microorganisms will also not be able to survive if harmful elements and substances are being added to the water. So there will be always demand of oxygen, there will be lack of oxygen, so there will be demand of oxygen, and other life processes will not be able to move on due to the addition of impurities. So students, the physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water is changed due to the addition of pollutants, that is the harmful substances into the water. Now next we will learn what are the causes of pollution. So first one we can say is the household detergents and even the sewage and domestic waste. When they are not properly disposed, then this leads to the degradation in the quality of water. So students, baking soda, vinegar and detergents, soap, when they are excessively added to the water or the water bodies, then this leads to pollution of water. Then the industrial, third one is industrial waste. This also contains large amount of toxic chemicals. And when sewage is treated at sewage treatment plants to remove waste product before it is released into the water bodies. If sewage is not treated properly, then it is directly added to water bodies, it pollutes the water. Now, some substances in detergents like spray and even body lotion and shampoo are non-biodegradable. They do not get degraded and cannot be removed by sewage treatment. Even by sewage treatment they cannot be removed, and when they are added to water, they severely damage the quality of the water. Now students, even organic waste, like just now we did discuss about the sewage and domestic waste, so we are discussing it here. This is the topic. So this is one major reason. Human and animal waste creates serious problem. Besides creating pathogen friendly environment, excess organic waste to reduce the availability of dissolved oxygen in water. So this increases the biochemical oxygen demand. Therefore, sewage and domestic waste need to be treated properly so that when they are mixed in the water, they do not pollute it much. Now the industrial waste, another source of pollution. Toxic chemicals that are thrown from the industries into the water bodies, they severely pollute the environment, that is especially the water bodies. Pollutants like lead, mercury, sulfur, asbestos, nitrates and many other harmful chemicals are being thrown out from the factories directly to the water bodies, and this, when added to the water, pollutes and seriously and severely damage the quality. So these are the sources of water pollution. Just now we have discussed about industry, so there are a few more facts about industry. Here in this slide you can see about asbestos and lead, how they cause damage to the water bodies. So students, that's all in this module. Thank you very much.